Welcome back to the channel, folks. I am your host, Greg, and today we're going to be taking a look at Skyrim on both the original Steam Deck and the Steam Deck Oled. The OLED's on the top. And essentially, I wanted to do this. This is the first time we've really done a video where I talk, but I kind of figured, well, let's give it a try. And I'm doing this in real time, so when you see me moving around, I'm actually doing the discussion as well. I'm trying to keep them straight. That's always a challenge here with these. But regardless, I like talking about, whoops, I hit the wrong button. I like talking about Skyrim a little bit because Bethesda did kind of like I guess you would call it a silent update for the Steam Deck, which had occurred, sometime in the past. Not too far ago, not too long ago, because what they did was they did something similar to what Fallout 4 got, where they got rid of the launcher and they went in and kind of just said, hey, you're getting the settings that will work the best, and that's really all you're going to get. You're going to be able to adjust. So essentially, there's no way to change. If we go down to settings here, well, there are no settings. Once we go into the game, we'll take a look at the settings, but normally from the launcher you would have set up your graphic settings, what resolution you wanted to be at, stuff like that. Here you didn't have that option any longer. So let me see, I just want to make sure I'm making the right selections here as we go. I kind of got us back to the starting area, kind of around the starting area. Some of the other videos you've seen have been in other areas. I think the starting area looks the best. And with the settings that they put in, you do get a pretty good result. But the major things you see here are a little bit variation in the frame rate. You can see 59 to 55. It's floating around. It bounces a little bit. But the other big thing is like the battery. So how much watts you're using to run your device. And here you're using 21 watts. Here it's 26 watts. Now, obviously, a little bit smaller battery, a little bit bigger battery. Steam Deck OLED's on the top. So that's something to keep in mind. But overall, your frame rate's going to be very similar, so you're not really going to lose too much. Now, there may be some variation in what it looks like. Some people say, hey, the LCD looks better right now, or the OLED looks better. It's all dependent. I do have studio lighting. I try to make some adjustments ahead of time to get us the best view possible. I'm going to try to get us very similar here. These are harder to film, but you can kind of see still kind of in that 60, 61 frames. But as we move forward, we'll probably see different areas where you do get a little bit of variation. Like here you're a little bit lower on the frame rate, here you're a little bit higher. Skyrim runs very well across the board. And pretty much the settings they've given us here seem to be really good. Whoops, there's not too much that I'm complaining about here. Now, you have modding through the Creation Club or whatever it is, but ultimately, if you really wanted to mod these in a major way, I think anymore, I don't know what this would do with this kind of setup. You may want the original Skyrim, not the Anniversary Edition is what we're playing. Kind of see the lighting. Still kind of very close. Again, there's usually a 5-watt difference. I believe they're using a larger integrated chip here that takes more power than the one on the updated version. Our watts in terms of like GPU usage is where we're getting the actual benefit. It seems like the CPU is very similar. And we do get extra RAM to be able to run, right, in that sense. I think there's a little bit more given to us if you're not running cryo utilities, which here, this LCD version, I believe, does have cryo utilities enabled. This one does not, but it has the extra benefit of the newer devices. I'm going to try to get out of the water. Overall, the game looks really good. I mean, we're talking about a At this point, almost a 15-year-old game, 13-year-old game right now. It should run well, but it's an excellent game, so it's really timeless in that sense. I'm going to kind of come up over here. We'll go towards Whiterun. I was all over the place. From the last video I recorded on this, I think I was all the way in Solitude and went to Morthal kind of area. Here, we're over in the Whiterun kind of area. I'm trying to get a little bit of the mist and everything. Oh, I fell off. Oh, well, we'll move down a little bit further. We'll go to the next little ledge here on the waterfall. See the Aurora Borealis. No, don't fall over. Oh, I fell over again. Alright, we're going to have to go a little bit further down. My stamina is not amazing right now. I fought with this the whole time trying to get to record this part. And it's just been a pain. Okay, let's get right about here. And right about here. Now, we can see it's gotten a little darker. On the LCD version, they're just... Oh, something was attacking me, that's why. Well, that's not good. We may have to go back. Oh, here's whatever it was tagging me here, the crab. We're going to let that crab kill me on the OLED version. And that will put us back to that same starting area. And what we can do is go up to like Dragon Bleak Falls Barrow or whatever it is. Let's go back in. I didn't think that crab would get me so fast. The guy's pretty weak right now from all the traveling. But yeah, let's get kind of up this way. Not very ambidextrous, I guess. Like using left and right hand kind of thing. Now you can see what's happening here. The LCD is heating up. That's what's causing that to drop in frame rates. And it'll cool off and it'll heat up. If you've ever wondered why that does that, that's what's happening. And really it's heating up because I have this so close to this material. I'm not holding it up in the air, so it's not getting good airflow. See, now it's cooled off a little bit. It's back up to the 50s, but it'll do it really fast. Again, it's not going to be that quick to cool that far. Kind of work our way around this corner. Get a look at some stones. But yeah, when you see that drop down really fast, that's what's happening, is it's heating up because it's too close to the desk. I don't think I've ever really shown that because it's not something most people deal with. It's something I deal with because I do these videos. Oops, something else is trying to kill me. What is it? I'm being attacked by everything. Oh, it's a wolf. I really can't fight these guys because I don't have a good way to control it. Get out of here, wolf. Let's see if we can get back up a ways into the snow. All right, let me heal. There we go. I don't know if this type of video will be as interesting because a lot of people may not like the talking so much, but I figured we'd try it just to see if there was any interest in watching these, because I don't mind kind of walking through and discussing it. I don't really think that in this... Oh god, there's a wolf on this screen now, isn't there? Where's he at? Where is he at? There he is. Of course, eventually something similar happens. There you go. Now we'll get... And there's going to be enemies up this way too, so I'm not going to try to engage with them. Actually, you know what? Let's put the weapons out. This one's heating up again, so I got to lift it up and let it cool off. But as I was saying, if there's interest in listening to my thoughts on this, I'm happy to do that. I just haven't really, because a lot of people enjoy just making the call on their own. without my input. But in terms of Skyrim, there's not really too much difference here. Now we can see with the weapons kind of out and our magic on, it's creating some different lighting effects. And I think the OLED, in the way it deals with things, sees a little bit more usage for that, but like very little. Let's get ourselves a little bit closer to where we're at. But yes, for this game, not a huge difference. Either way you play, you're going to be fine. Either device that you'd use. And that's a good thing. Kind of work our way just a little bit further up. I don't even know where I'm at. I think I'm lost. This might be the area. Right about here. But I just wanted to show this, kind of talk about it a little bit. Really, between these two devices, you're not going to see too much difference. And ultimately, you're getting a good experience on both. Now, battery time, you're going to get more on the OLED, obviously. For the LCD, my guess would be you're going to be somewhere in like the 2.5 hour range. On the OLED, you're probably going to be above 3 just for this game, given what it's pulling. It is a little bit much though, right? So I guess maybe call it 2 hours, 1.5 to 2 hours on this device, 2 hours to 2.5 hours on the OLED, I think is what you would pull. You can even see though that this one heats up a lot more often than the OLED does. The OLED just cools better, even though they're really close to, it's smaller chipset, it's everything that's more efficient, but even though they're both as close in terms of like being to the desktop, the LCD heats up a lot more often than the OLED does. But hopefully you appreciated this, got something out of it. Saw that there's not really a difference in the really other than the battery usage and what you should expect in terms of how long the battery will last. But until next time, enjoy your day. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave your comment which one you think is better.